King James 6 to 11 version. This is the full edition of the Bible with the Apocrypha in it. Yeah? This is what they call the book of the Apocrypha, which means hidden, secret. This is in the Bible, which they took out of the Bible. But this is in the original edition of 1611 when it was first printed. So this is Sirach, chapter 16. Some people, it says in Ecclesiastes, but we know him as Sirach. Verse 18, chapter 16, verse 18. Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens, the deep and the earth, and all that is therein, shall be moved when we shall visit. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lord. Everything's going to shake when the Lord comes. Everything's going to shake when the Lord comes. The mountains also and foundations of the earth shall be shaken with trembling when the Most High looketh upon them. No heart can think upon these things worthily, and who is able to conceive his ways? It is a tempest which no man can see, for the most part of his works are hidden. Who can declare the works of his justice, or who can endure them? For his covenant is afar off, and the trail of all things is in the end. Believe. Right. We're going to quickly go to Numbers. Yeah? Numbers chapter 24. Numbers chapter 24, verse 13. If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not go beyond the commandment of the Most High, to do either good or bad of my own mind. But what the Most High saith, that will I speak. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. Yeah. So this is this is Balak who was talking. He was talking to the people of Israel. Yeah. And let's go back to verse 14. And now, behold, I go unto my people. Come therefore, and I will advertise thee what this people shall do to thy people in the latter days. Verse 16. He has said, which heard the words of the Most High, and knew the knowledge of the Most High, which saw the vision of the Almighty, fallen into a trance, but having his eyes open. I shall see him, but not now. I shall behold him, but not nigh. There shall come a star out of Jacob, which is Yehoshai, and a sceptre shall rise out of Israel, and shall smite the corners of Moab, and destroy all the children of Sheth. And Edom shall be a possession. Seir also shall be a possession for his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. Out of Jacob shall come he that shall have dominion, and shall destroy him that remaineth of the city. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, and this is a prophecy to come. Yeah? This is a prophecy to come. Yeah, because Balaam was who had taken this vision, who had got this vision from the Lord, was talking about things to Balak that was going to happen to Israel in the last day. Yeah. Verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. Because Amalek, which is the Amalekites, which are who we know today as the Jewish nation, yeah, who we call the Jewish people, or the Israelis, they are descendants from Amalek, yeah? They're the Amalekites. And Amalek is a descendant from Edom, yeah? So it says there, verse 20, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up this parable and said, Amalek was first of the nations. Are they not the first of the nations? Are they not the Amalekites are the head of the Edomites. So they're the head family under the Edomites. Edomites are the Caucasians. Amaleks are the head family. It's like the Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefeller, all these people, but the Rothschilds is the head family. But the Amalekites as a nation of people, who we know today as the Jewish nation, the Israelis, are the head Caucasian family. So this was prophesied by Balaam in a vision he got from the Lord. Yeah? This is Numbers chapter 24, verse 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall be that he perish forever. And he looked on the Kenites and took up his parable and said, strong is thy dwelling place, and thou puttest thy nest in a rock. Nevertheless, the Canaanites shall be wasted until Ashur shall carry thee away captive. And he took his parable and said, alas, who shall live when the Most High doeth this? And ships shall come from the coast of Chittim, and shall afflict Ashur, and shall afflict Eber, and he also shall perish forever. And Balaam rose up and went and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way. So that was a vision that he had of what's going to happen in the last days. Edom shall become a possession, and Seir also shall be a possession of his enemies, and Israel shall do valiantly. So Israel will do valiantly in the last days, or in the latter end of the last days. And then quickly go to Jeremiah chapter 48. Jeremiah chapter 48. Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 47. Yet will I bring again the captivity of Moab in the latter days, says the Most High. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. So even Moab, who we know today as the modern day Chinese, but they're the Moabites, are going to be brought into captivity in the latter days, says the Lord. Thus far is the judgment of Moab. So I said none of these nations are going to escape their judgment. If we go to Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Deuteronomy chapter 25, verse 17. Remember what Amalek did unto thee by the way, when you were come forth out of Egypt, how he met thee by the way, and smote the hindmost of thee, even all that were feeble behind thee, when thou wast faint and weary, and he feared not the Most High. Therefore it shall be, when the Lord thy power hath given thee rest from all thy enemies round about, in the land which the Lord thy power, the Most High thy power, giveth thee for an inheritance to possess it, that thou shalt blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, thou shalt not forget it. So when the Lord Yahushua comes back to redeem us, the 1/3 and the elect, and to give us rest from our nations, that Amalek, you who call yourselves the Jewish nation today, shall be blotted out from remembrance from under the heaven, and thou shalt not forget it. I know you guys know, you rabbis know this, it's coming. Psalms chapter 9, verse 15. Psalm chapter 9, verse 15. The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid is their own foot taken. The Most High is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higgaion, Selah. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High. As we know, hell comes from the word Hades, which means grave. So the wicked shall be turned into their graves, not into some place of everlasting burning. Go to Samuel chapter 4 verse 11. Just say that the Lord does not forget. 2 Samuel, sorry, we should be going to 2 Samuel. Chapter 4 verse 11. Yeah? How much more, when wicked men have slain a righteous person in his own house upon his bed, shall I not therefore now require his blood of your hand and take you away from the earth? Thus says the Lord. He requires that of them. Amos chapter 5. Amos chapter 5. Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Yeah? Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As I keep telling you, the day of the Lord is going to be the day of destruction, famine, sword, death. It's darkness, not light. It's not no hand holding hand, throwing roses and everyone smiling. Oh, the Lord is coming here to bring judgment to the nations, and he's going to bring judgment to his house first, and his house to the 12 tribes, and then after that judgment to the other nations. So it says here, woe means destruction unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? To what end is it for you? If that's what you're thinking. For the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? There you go. Quickly jump to Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Joel chapter 2 verse 1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand, a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There has not been ever the light, neither shall be any more after it. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth the land, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. I need to go back to that again. This is Joel chapter 2, verse 2. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong. There has not been ever the light, and neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. So when the day of the Lord comes, we will have not experienced ever a day of what it's going to be like when the day of the Lord comes. And after that, we'll never see a day like that again. Because that is going to be when judgment comes, it's going to come in such a way. The Lord is coming for war, He's coming for destruction. He's not coming for no hand holding hand, he's coming to bring destruction. As it says here, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. So what could that be? That's an ICBM missile. A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth. The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness. Yea, and nothing shall escape them. The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as the horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devours the stubble, as a strong people set in battle array. Before their face the people shall be much pain, all faces